Hello, and welcome to a new video. Today we'll learn from scratch a new technique for your sportswear designs. We'll explore the clipping mask, a tool that will help you achieve unique visual finishes like this one. Stay until the end, because I'll be giving away a code to download this amazing vector pack for your designs. Let's get started. For today's design, we'll start with two rectangles. One of them will be slightly thinner than the other. We'll apply a blend, and in specified steps, leave it as we like best. I'll leave it at 10 steps. Then we'll expand it. Let's create a background. We'll add a gradient to the blend, a red color, and keep in mind the second color should always match the background color. We adjust the object to fit the artboard. I'll slightly adjust the gradients of the object to get the effect I'm looking for. I'll also change the gradient angle a bit to achieve a more interesting effect. Remember, each effect and tool setting depends on your preference, and changing these parameters will give you different results. Now, I'll duplicate my object and reflect the second object. I'll select them both. Duplicate them downwards, and change the red to the same blue as the background. I'll darken this color slightly. Duplicate the objects as many times as needed. Remember, to duplicate this way, hold Ctrl plus Alt and drag the object to where you want to place the copy. Then we'll adjust their height to match the artboard size. At this point, you should have something like this. For the next step, we'll create a series of rectangles, some wider than others. Give a better effect. These will be used to create the clipping masks I mentioned earlier. Assign a different color to each to avoid confusion. Arrange them so they cover the entire artboard. We place them on top of our design, organize them, and remove any excess masks. Now, by pressing Ctrl plus C, we'll keep our background design in the clipboard. Create the first clipping mask. Then press Ctrl plus B to paste in back and create the next masks. Repeat this process as many times as needed. Remember, the command is Ctrl plus B. Once this step is complete, slightly move each mask, some upwards and some downwards. Perfect. To make this look even better, I'll use the Direct Selection tool to select all objects with the same fill color. Then press Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus F to create new masks. Remember to give each a different color to avoid confusion. Rotate the new masks by 45 degrees. I'll group everything we've done so far and place the new masks over our design. Here, I'll need to adjust the size and number of mask objects. It's important to cover the entire artboard with them. At this point, repeat the process I showed earlier. Keep the background design in the clipboard with Ctrl+C to keep pasting and create the new masks. Repeat the same process, and since these are at a 45-degree angle, I recommend holding the Shift key to move them along that angle. The next step is to divide all the masks to have a clean texture that looks more professional. Select each mask, go to the Pathfinder panel, and click Divide. This removes the clipping mask and creates a new vector shape exactly as seen on screen. It's like expanding the mask effect, and it's very useful because it looks more professional when sending to a client and also prevents your file from slowing down. Pressing Divide creates these objects, which have no fill or stroke color. Simply select a similar object and use the Shape tool to select them all, then delete them. Place everything into a final clipping mask. The measurements and proportions I use on the artboards match real jersey sizes. Working with real measurements ensures your shapes and textures are accurate. Otherwise, you might place objects too small or too large. Your client will appreciate this at printing time. Perfect. With our design done, let's move to the mockup placement. Export your design for web. I'll add an extra 1,000 pixels for better resolution. I'll save it to my desktop so I can find it quickly. Click Save. Let's go to Photoshop and start the mockup placement. Begin with the front design. So I'll select it and open the Smart Object. Select the exported image and drag it onto the canvas. Remember, the guides for crests and other resources are hidden within the Smart Object. Using these guides, I'll place the logos requested by the client. They'll help you position logos correctly with the right scale and placement. I'll leave a video in the description explaining in detail how to edit these Photoshop mockups. For the other views of this uniform, we'll use our Smart Editing system, an exclusive feature of our mockups. Go to the front view of our first Smart Object, save as, and place it in an easy-to-find folder. Do the same for all other Smart Objects in your mockup. Now, in the next view, all you need to do is replace each Smart Object with the corresponding files you previously saved. This saves you hours of work. On the back view, double-click and drag in the image of your design again. Remember, the Smart Editing system works with matching pieces between views. meaning front with front, left sleeve with left sleeve. I'll leave a video in the description explaining this system in detail. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to visit our store where you can get these mockups. Remember, the smart editing system is exclusive to our brand. And if you made it to the end of the video, I'll leave you a gift code to get this design pack. To download it, go to the link in the video description. Once on the page, click on Graphic Vectors. Add it to your cart, and click on the cart icon. Proceed to checkout. Make sure to enter all your details according to where you live to complete your purchase. Enter the code, apply it, and complete the order. You'll receive 2 links in your email, one for confirmation and one for download. Go to your download link, and that's it. That's all from me. See you in the next video.